Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tinkering with Tiny Humans. We have my tiny human, Lainey, right here. Yes, again. And I don't know if you saw the other episode, but she is all tatted up because she went to the fall festival. Yeah. So she's got her tattoos from like 5 days ago, which is kind of amazing it's lasted that long, huh? Yeah. So today we are going to, or Lainey's going to help me render this hard drive data unrecoverable. So sometimes when you have a hard drive and it dies or it's at the end of its life, we want to make sure that no bad guys can get the data that's on it. And if it's one that you want to reuse, there's software that you can use that'll just overwrite the data. And as long as you overwrite it one time, that's good enough for most non-government agencies recovering it. But if like there's going to be jackbooted thugs that are going to look through your stuff, you want to write it a bunch of times or physically destroy it. So we're going to discuss how to physically destroy your hard drive today, and Lainey's going to help me. Well, that is one option. So one option is to use one of these. Do you know the name of this, Lainey?
Mew Mew?
Yes, this is Mew Mew. We call it Mew Mew because this is like Thor's hammer. And anytime I do work around the house, Lainey goes and gets Mew Mew and it works with me.
I barely can pick it up.
A 5-pound sledge would be very effective to smash it up, right?
Mew Mew.
Or
Mew Mew.
another thing you can do is you could take a drill.
We're not going to do it.
Well, you could. You could take a drill and drill through the body of the hard drive in a couple spots, and it would destroy all of the platters. Well, there'd be some spots in the platters that aren't destroyed, but when it gets turned on, it would rip the heads off of it and scratch everything up. It would do a pretty good job of trashing it. But we're gonna do a more delicate version, and it's just more fun because then we can take stuff apart and figure out how it works. So we're gonna actually take it apart piece by piece, and then we're gonna get to the platters and we're gonna destroy those platters individually. Sound like a plan? All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to take out these Phillips screws right there using our micro screwdriver. Elena, why is there no bit in my micro screwdriver?
Bernie took it.
Bernie took it. Ah, thanks Bernie. Appreciate it. So this side, what's that called?
Phillips.
Yeah, what's this
Flat.
called? Yep. And then the sizes in Phillips are kind of counterintuitive when they get really small. This is a 0 Phillips. So 0 Phillips is pretty small. 1 Phillips is a little bigger. 2 Phillips is even bigger than that, and a 3 and a 4 are bigger still. But when you go super small, they go to 00. So on this side, this is a 00 Phillips, so it's even smaller. But for our purposes,
Two sides?
yeah. See, that one's smaller than that one. That's 00. Sometime we would say 00. Aught is another way to say 0. So this one is tinier, and we're going to use the bigger one. So we're just going to use a 0 Phillips. Would you like to do the honors of removing those screws? Which way do you turn screws to remove them?
Counterclockwise.
Yeah. Unless it's a left-handed thread fastener, in which case it's the other way around. You said the right words, but you're turning it the wrong way.
I knew that.
There you go. This has a neat feature. This top spins, so you can put one hand there and then just spin the middle part.
No. A finger there.
Or a finger, yeah. Another way to do it is you can rest this in the palm of your hand, like this, and spin like this. Cool. All right, let's remove that piece. All right, so there's a little cord there. You can have it. You can save the chassis. We're just going to destroy the drive inside.
Yeah, and I'm going to make it.
So real gently remove that remove that connector. Yep, there you go. Good. So then if we do this,
Ooh.
so check this out. There's some scratches inside of this anodized case. So this is aluminum, but they chemically treat it to prevent it from oxidizing further or irregularly. So anodizing is really just forcing it to oxidize. Why do you think someone took a tool and they ground all this finish off there? Any idea?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see here and here inside the drive?
Things that would scratch.
Interestingly, no. So the anodized coating is super, super hard. It's almost as hard as a diamond. It's aluminum oxide. These are contacts that touch the chassis, and this is for radio frequency shielding. So this sponge is covered with metal, and these little gold tabs touch the body. So it makes an electrical connection between this and the chassis. You can rip out the sponge, go for it. Do you want a metal covered sponge for your room?
Yes.
Okay, you can totally keep that, put it over there. Awesome. Okay, so to get this hard drive assembly off of this, what do you think we should do? Do you see any fasteners that we might want to remove? Those fasteners hold the hard drive lid together. Do you see any other ones? Yeah, totally. This is a number 1 Phillips, and this is a number 2 Phillips. Figure out which one you think fits better. All right, give it a try. Now that we have those fasteners out, so if you slide that back, this will now come out. So we can save this and we can use that to put it back together if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing great work. Good job. This is sometimes known as a jeweler's screwdriver that has the spinny end on the back of it. But I don't know of any jewelry that uses Torx fasteners, but maybe some watches do. Now try to keep the screwdriver orthogonal, so don't let it be crooked, okay? What? Oh, that's a new word for you? So when something makes a right angle, do you know what that is? I don't know, like a triangle?
No.
So if this is our reference surface and I hold it straight up like this, it could be a right angle in 2 different axes. It could be perpendicular this way, or it could be perpendicular this way. And we want it perpendicular in both directions, and that is called orthogonal. So you want to make sure that's coming like straight out of the table, in the Z direction. Remember when I tell you to rotate things about the Z axis? It's got to come straight out of the table. There you go. Other way. There you go. Excellente. All right, so now you would think you could just pop this lid off. So why don't you take the lid off?
I can't.
Why not?
Because there are things.
Ooh, tell me about the thingies.
I don't know. You're snapping them into place. You have flat head.
I'll give you a flat head. So you can like take this, stick it underneath the edge and try to lift it up.
It makes a lever.
Here, you can put this here and it'll make a lever. Oh my goodness, we're lifting the drive off the table. It's not opening. So I know a secret because I discovered this secret.
What?
There are hidden fasteners here. Where do you think they would have hidden a fastener? Yeah, under the label. So why don't you feel around here? What do you see right there? Yep. Go stabby stabby with this one, and then you can take it out.
When it goes, Bernie likes going stabby stabby.
Okay. I thought Bernie likes to Bernie.
No, he likes stabby stabby.
Let's use his tail then.
Oh, it's made of rubber.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Bernie likes to go stabby stabby.
Sometimes the manufacturers put screws underneath labels so they can tell if you've tampered with it. I don't know if that's why they do it here, but they just happen to be under the label. So if you take that guy out, there might be some here too that you got to get.
Yeah. Bernie likes to go stabby stabby because he used to have a hard tail. Dad, why do you keep doing that? You do that with my stuffies. You already stole yours.
You don't really need to completely remove it. Watch this. You just find a little star shape, put the screwdriver in there.
And it looks so cool.
Boop.
Oh my gosh, it looks epic.
It does look epic. I was thinking the same thing. All right,
It's so
all
long.
right, get those ones. There you go. All right, so I
Still
think
not coming off.
the only thing that's left holding this in place is the gasket around the outside. This rubber gasket is super important because there can't be any dust inside of here. If there's any dust inside of here, this thing will not work properly. So this thing is already not going to work correctly because we've got dust from our room. You can have it. Yeah, so this is called a platter. So this is the arm that contains the read and write heads at the end of there.
Have we destroyed one of these before?
I don't know, maybe together we did, but we didn't record it. So this is the platter. The platter is a magnetic disc that has all the data on it, the ones and zeros. So we're gonna take out all the parts so we can get to the platter, and then you can destroy one platter and then you can keep one for yourself because they're kind of pretty. Aren't they super shiny?
I kind of don't want to take this apart. Like how it's like a disc player.
It is like a disc player. Well, guess what? There's another one in my other computer, and you can just take the lid off of it and just look at it. But this one we're going to take all the way apart. Sound like a plan? Let's start taking out screws. There's two different sizes. So this size here and that size. No, they're the same. This company got more efficient. They have all the same size screw. All right, so start removing some fasteners. Now the one on this hub, this is tricky because the whole hub wants to turn. There you go.
So that way we could like put it back together.
We probably can put it back together, but on the other computer, I need to take out a drive, and you can have that drive. I promise you can have it.
No, like I want it to look like a disc player.
It will look like a disc player. It'll have the same stuff inside. Other way.
Like the whole part, like the little hand too.
It'll have that too, yeah. Can we knock this arm out of the way, or does it have a stop somewhere? It has a stop. I will let you have the other drive, and you can just leave the lid off and play with it, okay? You seem very concerned. I know. You will have a disc player from the other drive. In order to get this off, there's a super strong magnet here. So I'm going to pop off this rare earth magnet. It's just powerful. So that's a neodymium magnet, a rare earth magnet under there. See this coil here? There you go, now I can move off the side. Look, see this coil of wire here? When they change the electricity through this coil, it moves across this magnetic field, and that's what positions the arm on the disc.
Not budging.
Yeah, it should come off.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a spacer ring. It's just a really tight fit because it's super precision. So you got a platter, a spacer, a platter. Do you want to keep the shiny platters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what's the bottom part?
There's just another spacer, yeah.
Dad, look what I did. So there's a full one.
Oh my goodness. There's like two Lainey's.
Not really. It's just like a hole.
So at this point, none of this stuff coming out matters. This doesn't have anything to do with the data. All the data is on there. So if you take those and you go outside and you put it on the sidewalk and scuff it under your feet with like 13 grit sandpaper is basically what it would be. That would destroy it. Or you could put a really strong magnet on them or scratch them up really good. Any of those things would be pretty effective. Fingerprints are not so good for it, but I'm guessing that someone could take a solvent, like pure alcohol, and remove the fingerprints if they really wanted to. But if you physically damage the surface, then it would be destroyed.
These don't have anything important.
Well, no. Everything that I have is backed up in at least 2 places, so there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take this piece out so we can save the other magnet, which might actually be held in place from the other side. All right, I think this is a T7. Ooh, we might get to use that super tiny one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So weird.
You are super tiny.
No, I like those.
Why do you think you love tiny toys and all kinds of tiny collectibles and stuff? Where do you think that came from?
No idea.
Okay. But it is accurate. You do love tiny things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here, let's just put these in the do not eat pile.
So you're saving all these metric torque screws?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you going to do with them?
I don't know.
Build something?
Tiny.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Oh, here's another one.
You want all my extra pieces?
Yeah.
And my Lego thing?
Yeah. On your Lego table?
Yeah. Extra screws. I collect extra screws.
Oh, that's a bummer.
What?
I was going to give you this motor because it's really nice and precise, but I think it's like press fit in here. I don't see any fasteners. So I'm going to pop this out. That's such a bummer. Because I thought that would be a cool part to save. Or do you want to keep this whole thing?
I just want to keep the whole thing, put it back together.
You want to put it back together?
Yeah, that's what I want to do little twirly thingies.
Okay.
They look kind of like this.
All right. Well, at this point, this drive is effectively destroyed once we would schmoosh these up or scuff them up under our feet or demagnetize them. So Lainey, that was really helpful showing people how to destroy their hard drive without using big tools. All we needed was this screwdriver and this screwdriver pretty much, and I guess this one to take it apart. That's all we needed.
This one.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. That you just used to cut the foil. We could have used anything.
This one.
Yeah, you're right. So we could get rid of that one and this one. All right, so that was pretty great. Well, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you'd be so kind as to like and subscribe so that we can make some more videos for you, because we love doing fun stuff together as a family and making videos about it. So until next time, you gotta say goodbye. Until next time, bye.